very happy Wine Wednesday. Kevin and Robin here with a little Austria-Germany showdown this week.
I'm liking it, Robin, because I came in super prepared today, and by that I mean I have no idea what you're doing.
Thank
but
God
I know
you know so much about wine, though, so we can really just
Oh,
swing
really?
it.
I mean, Loimer is an old-time favorite of mine, and I can see some of those, and I'm excited that we have a couple of these back because the Gruner sold out really fast first time around.
Mm-hmm.
Gruner's a fun grape variety, right? Like I feel like we don't have enough examples of it kicking around because they tend to sell pretty fast when we get good ones.
They do. I love Gruner as an option because, I mean, a lot of us think of Germany and Austria, and we really just associate it with Riesling, which we do showcase in here as well. But Riesling comes in all different forms, and they do other whites so well. Gruner is a nice alternative to Riesling because it's a little softer in terms of the acidity level.
Yeah.
Super food friendly, great with takeout, which if you're like me, busy mom and back to
Times a
school,
week.
I'm
Sushi
doing
last
some
night.
takeout.
You know, and I know what people are thinking. They're looking at all these big, tall, skinny bottles, and they're thinking, it's a bunch of sweet wine, I'm out. But how many of these are actually sweet?
They're not.
None of them? There you go. It's dry wines. So I think that's the big thing we got to get our head around. Is
Dry Wine Wednesday.
Yeah, most of them. Not Dry Wednesday though.
No.
We're seeing so many good new examples from Germany and Austria, and I think for me it's really exciting because the price points are phenomenal, and we're getting really high quality wines in those like 25, 28 buck range,
Mm-hmm.
getting stuff that tastes like just monumentally good. So I can think a couple of these are cold, yeah? Yeah, dive
I've
in.
done my job,
You do
right?
the- You do the talking. I'm dying to try this.
I love Austrian wine too. I mean, a lot of people don't realize Austria really does a ton of biodynamics and organics, and they're really focused on making great wine from the vineyard. And that's kind of where they lie. They don't want to alter it too much. They don't want to do too much for intervention. They really want to let the land speak for itself and do what it's there to do.
Yeah, so if you're poor like me and you're thinking like, all these single vineyard fancy, Burgundy wines from France are getting like a little too expensive to be popping one on a Wednesday, this is a great spot to go because we are definitely dealing with terroir-driven wines. These guys are really trying to showcase specific villages or even specific vineyards, and they're doing it at price points which are really hard to believe.
Oh, this smells so good. I love these wines.
Yeah, Loimer is a fantastic producer, family winery. They've been pushing the boundaries forever as far as getting organics and biodynamics into the mainstream, and they really don't do anything that isn't spectacular. And I'm excited. When I saw this order had landed, I was trying to free up a few shackles to make sure I could stick a few of these aside because while the summer sun is still shining, I can't think of anything I'd rather drink than this.
Right? We still get a couple weeks of sitting out on the patio. This is awesome.
Wow.
It's super dry, but it's not searing in any way. Like,
No.
it's still got some softness, loads of lime and citrus zest, a little bit of green apple. Like, that's everything that I want.
Yeah, I mean, we're always going to have to make generalizations, but generalizing between German wine and Austrian wine, sometimes I think like some of these Austrian wines can be a little warmer, be a little more generous, right? Like there's a little more like richness in the wines, a little more, at least in these, a little more like sort of soft round fruit.
Well,
Easy to
that's
like.
kind of why we threw the Krieger Riesling in as well. The Pfalz is a region within Germany that's just generally a little bit warmer, so you get a little bit more of that richness and softness to it, a little more stone fruit as opposed to like really mineral and overly.
You keep talking. I'm loving this. That is spectacular. I remember that came in really quickly last time and it kind of disappeared.
Disappeared really quickly too.
Yeah, it was gone in a heartbeat. But Kamptal is one of the top growing areas in Austria, so we're looking at more of the hillside vineyards. Again, this is where some of the best juice comes from in Austria, and I'm really excited by the price points on this. It's like $29. Before we even get into your pack, which is heavily discounted.
Indeed.
It'd be crazy not to buy it, especially if you like delicious wine. I'm moving through these fast because I want to try this red.
This is great. The Gruner, sometimes Gruner is known to have like a little bit of a white peppery finish and a little bit of like that white flower and floral thing going on as well. But this has a little more stone fruit and apricot to it, like a little bit softer.
Absolutely. I'm one ahead of you now. I'm working fast today. And that's really what I love about that is there's good structure, there's good tension, there's all the things you expect in a high quality wine. It's not sort of floral and blousy the way Gruner can get, where it's just a little too much of one flavor. There's some real good complexity in that. And I don't know what I'm taking
my mouth
home
is still
tonight.
watering. I
Yeah.
want to drink more of that.
Ooh. Want to talk
All of
Spyglass?
those are like 12% too. So I mean, if we are doing takeout on a weeknight,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know, you feel good in the morning. You feel like you were good,
Fresh.
you know, you're on your best behavior. Whoa, Zweigelt.
Okay, Zweigelt. So we were lucky enough to get a couple of reds because Germany and Austria also makes awesome red wines. And these are the perfect kind of like crossover getting into September, end of summer reds where they're not super big and heavy, loads of freshness. Zweigelt is a little cross between Blaufränkisch and Saint Laurent, which really just means that it drinks a bit more similar to Pinot Noir, like a little bit fresher, a little bit brighter, a little lighter.
It really does, and it's got this real kind of earthy, spicy thing going on. I mean, that is just like so bright. It's at perfect temperature right now, but I put this in the fridge for like 10 minutes. You just get like a little chill on it. It's like the ultimate picnic wine, or if you're, you know, popping a little salmon or pork on the barbecue. I can't imagine something that is just mouth-watering good.
And again, 12.5%, so a little bit lower on the alcohol scale.
Responsible, you know? Love it.
That's what we promote here, is responsible.
What's the whole pack going for?
144.
Nice.
I
That
know.
is an awesome deal because there's some seriously good juice in here. That's a pack you want to get if you're at all interested in wines from this area. And again, it's all dry wine, so don't let the bottles fool you.
I'll try mine.
Dornfelder, if you haven't had it.
Yeah.
Kind of more like Zinfandel than Pinot Noir to me. Like it's a
Totally.
little juicier, lower acid. It's got a little like punch to it. Great little burger wine.
I was gonna say anything off the grill as you're
Hot
moving
dogs.
into the weekend. Sure,
Yeah, perfect.
whatever it is. And then dry Gewürztraminer too.
Love it.
This is awesome because again, Gewürz sometimes we associate with a little bit sweeter or like really rich and kind of heavy, lychee, like more tropical. But this is a bit more pulled back, really approachable.
It's amazing what they do with that because it's not bitter and it's not like, you know, sort of low acid and blousy. It's like really got good freshness, good minerality, and it's an amazing buy at $24.95. So it's a good lineup, Rob. Nice work this week. I got nothing bad to say. What are we popping some of these? I mean, I popped 3 already, so it's a good start.
At the rate that you're going, I think
Yeah,
we're gonna have
I'm
to
them all open by the time we're done here.
We'll have these guys open on the tasting bar down here. The 2 whites will be open all weekend.
Nice.
They've also got some Pinot Noir from Leumer that's in stock, a higher end Gruner, tons of stuff to show you in Germany and Austria if you come in. Few tickets left on sale for our upcoming festival at the end of September,
Nice.
but just a handful, so we're almost sold out. You're going to want to get those quick.
Cool.
And other than that, I hope to see you soon.
Yeah.